Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Immortal Cities, Children of the Nile. And yes, this is a very unique city builder made by actually the same guys who made the old school city builders like Caesar and Pharaoh, Zeus and Emperor. And I'm gonna start off by lowering the audio just a little bit because it's a little bit loud on my part. Now, this is a very unique game in the sense of there is no actual money in this game, so we're not trading with gold or dibbons, I think it is in Pharaoh, but instead you trade with food, which I think is a very logical economy. I mean, the Pharaoh gets a fair share of the taxes in food. The noble gets a little bit of that too, and then they spend that on wares, so the shopkeepers can get food and they buy their stuff from other stuff. So the economy is kind of complex, but it's a fun game. It got 3 different campaigns: easy, normal, and hard. And we're gonna start off with the easy one. There are 5 missions per campaign, and they're quite long. So I don't think this will be a continuous let's play. I'll probably make maybe the first and 2 cities, and then we'll take some other game, and then we'll be back, or maybe we'll do the easy, and then we'll get back with the normal on some other occasion. But we're gonna start with play a campaign, and we're gonna go with, of course, the Grand Campaign. And as you can see, Immortal Egypt. You are Pharaoh, king of Egypt, ruler of the children of the Nile. Through 5 historical periods, you and your dynasty will lead Egypt through peace and turmoil, building a legacy that will endure forever. Well, not really, but history took its course and things changed. And we're going to start with the easy option, which is Nekhet, the old kingdom. Build a grand capital and proclaim your magnificence to all. Okay, let's go.
Egypt is vast and powerful beyond the imaginings of our ancestors. Now this great nation needs a grand city to serve as its capital and attest to your glory. This fertile region of the Nile is an ideal location for a great city with ample resources and a vast floodplain, the perfect soil in which to grow your capital. As Nekhet thrives, be sure to turn your attention outside your new city. There you will find the luxuries, resources, and opportunities that inspire your fortunate citizens to praise your name with every breath. Build Egypt's new capital for the glory of Horus, for the glory of Pharaoh.
Okay, so our first city: maintain a large noble population with at least 6 other estates enhanced to luxury level, which is large estates, and maintain 60 prestige, which is, it sounds easy, but it's not in the first one. Oh no. So, let's go to the first city. And let's pause and look around. Now, in the old city builders, you just place down some rows and build some houses along them, and people will wander in from outside the map. That is not the case with Children of the Nile. You can see these little huts here. They are villagers. They live around the Nile here, having their peaceful little uncultured life. Now, what would happen if, a pharaoh would decide that, hey, this is a nice place for a town, we should expand upon it? Well, I'm just a pharaoh, so I would have to attract the local villagers to join my little city, or, well, not a little. And a good place to build a city is in area which is flat, of course, which is exactly why there's a lot of desert. You know, Egypt, Sahara. And yeah, the flatter the better. You can see there's some raw resources here, some basalt, some granite. What do we have else? We have some quartz, coal. What else do we have? What do you have here? Some more coal. We also have flax fields, papyrus reeds, pomegranate tree, all kinds of different resources to play around with. But we are going to build our little city, and we are going to start with a government building, which is our palace. Of course, the palace being not really the central building, but you can see it's quite large and quite basic. But don't fear, we're gonna upgrade it. You can see also there's elevations in the game, so we should not place the buildings in awkward positions. Now, of course, having just the palace will enable us to get, I believe, 4 farms. And you can see we have a max farm of 0 at the moment, which means we need noblemen. And of course we also need some infrastructure, which is roads. And the good part about nothing costing money is you can just do something like this. Question is can I build you on that? No, I can't. Good. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3 to start with, and that also means we need a few farmers. I think we're gonna place them over here, and each noble house will give us an additional 4, so we have a total of 16. We're gonna spread them out a little bit so they don't overlap too much. Now, with that out of the way, we also need a few servants. Let's see here, we can build you, I don't know, maybe there. Like that. We need some common shopkeepers. There are 4 types of shops, which is mats, baskets, linen, and pottery. Of course, we also need luxury, which is a total of 6. Jewelry, perfume, sandals, sculpture, furniture, and cosmetics, which means that we are going to remove you and build a road in between here. Now, roads don't really do anything per se, just easier to see where things are going. And we're going to place a dirt road over here, or a path rather. And we can of course place roads under all the houses, but not going to do that. We're not going to place the road in the floodplains because that's just stupid. Now, what else do we need to start off here? You can actually start the or rather unpause the game. We need a brick maker because everything we are building is going to use bricks, and we need quite a few. We also need a brick layer, you know, to build the things. And let's see here, we have a brickyard to store the bricks. We need a granary, which costs bricks to build, so we're gonna stay away from those for the moment. And you can also see in this little list here, you see the total amount of villagers in this region is 112, so we will be okay for the time being. And construction has not begun. Yeah, mainly because there's no one, you know, who has taken up residence in the area. Now let's see here. I also need an entertainer. I'm gonna place you. Oh, I don't know. Actually, I can place you there. And then we build a road like that. It may work. Now, being this is Egypt during the great time of the pharaohs, meaning we need some priests, because priests will tend to all our religious and educational, healthcare and funeral needs. And you can see this number here is 0 out of 4, that is 0 priest out of 4 total. Now there are more than 4 buildings that require priests. And how do we increase this? By increasing our prestige. And prestige is increased by doing certain things upon the world map. But we're not gonna go there just yet. We need to, first and foremost, establish our little city. Now let's see here, we need a school. And we need a shrine. Or do I? Well, I need a priest house. That's one thing that's guaranteed. And I'm going to make you education, because that is the most important right now. And new noble is on the way. Yes, good. Entertainer is getting up and running. Let's see here, I need a road, I need to connect this. Well, I don't need to connect it, but you know, it's for looks. Everything needs to look pretty good. Okay, we got 6 farms so far. And we can actually increase the game speed to 2.5 times the normal, which is quite nice. Oh, I know exactly what I need. I need a gardener. Of course, I need bricks for that. Oh well. Oh, max farms 18. That means we can build a few more. We always need the max amount of farms that we can build, because otherwise we will have a bit of a problem. And of course, these guys also needs, you know, basic wares. Now, also the problem is that farmers are kind of the lowest class, which means that if we construct a building that requires, you know, anything else but a farmer, there is a very, very high chance that a farmer will abandon his occupation and go work as that new job. Meaning we are one farmer short, which can lead to very, very problematic things in the future. Mainly because, well, we need farmers to survive. And let's see here. It's a good thing we can zoom in a long way. You can see the farmers are planting their wheat and barley and onions. Ooh, onion soup. Om nom nom nom. And of course, there are a lot of priestly buildings that we need to build, but that's not the only thing we need educational people for, because there are, of course, merchants, guard posts, and I'm not sure what the last one is. I know we need priests for, actually, you can see here, a commander, overseers, scribe, and priest, yes. Commanders will, of course, work with the city guard, the navy, and the army. Overseers will oversee construction of like pyramids, temples, stuff like that. Scribes will work with the trading and the acquisition of resources, and priests will do all the other things that is important to us. Okay, so let's see here. We have in our little brickyard 15 bricks, which means that I need a gardener. Can I build you here? No? Okay, well I can build you there, but that's kinda not a good place, because a gardener might want to have some some plantable soil. I'm not sure, but I think that's the logic here. Oh, priest apartment almost finished with their bricks. And you are transmitting. Oh, here we go. First priest apartment being built. You can see the construction here. And the school is coming up next. This home will be occupied soon. Good. Now, of course, this being a Egypt-related game, what do we know about pharaohs? They like their tombs, and as with any other Egypt-based games, we need to start constructing that tomb, because we could die at any moment. The life expectancy back in, almost 2,500 years before Christ was not that long. We can actually check things. Or where do I see that? Anyway, I do know that it will say, like, congratulations on your 15th birthday. Now you're not gonna live anymore, because, it was quite the achievement if you lived past 30. Especially down here, with all the malaria and things like that. And ooh, we got quite a lot of bricks. Oh, first autosave. 10 bricks are being transported to this area right now. Okay, let's go in here and expand a little bit, because we need first and foremost we just need a whole lot of priests. You need to tend gods, and you provide healthcare, and you provide funeral service. And then we also need the shrines. Not gonna build a temple just yet. Mortuary. Could place down the hospital, but it's a large building, so I'm just gonna hold back for a little while. Okay, why are you unhappy? Because not enough bread to purchase wares. Okay, which means we need to build a baker. And possibly a granary. Gonna place you there. Let's see here. You're done. Awesome. This being done is going to help us a lot. Common shopkeeper. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mats, baskets, linen, and pottery. And I do believe that we are going to expand this to be our second farming area. Once we build the last 3 noble houses. Now, of course, we can take a look up the world map here. You can see the eagles here. They are exploration missions, which means that, you know, you send a is it envoy? Yes, envoy and some food. They will go out and they will explore and see what they can find. Usually it's mines or quarries, maybe trade posts, stuff like that. You can see here we have a peddler. Here we have a quarry. Over here we have Baris, which is an enemy fort. And if we manage to send 100 designated spearmen and 100 designated archers and 4,000 food, and you know, some time passes and maybe we will conquer this fort, we will get 30 prestige, which is half of what we need to win this map. Or we can take a little bit slower approach and do the siege, which will means we need to produce 40 weapons. Is it? Yes, just generic weapons, and 75 bricks and 500 food each year. And then after a certain amount of time, we will win automatically, and we will get those 30 prestige. That is one way to do it. We could also just ignore it completely and go for the exploration missions and all the trading, and that will also allow us to build Stella, which is a sort of a smaller monolith that will just some text on it saying, on this and this date the glorious pharaoh establish connection with this and that site. So it's pretty easy, in theory. But anyway, this will be everything for today. Thank you guys for watching, and tomorrow we will continue on with the great city of Nekhet. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and take care, and bye bye.